to fail to love. The thief does not come except to steal and to kill and to destroy. I have come that they may have life, and that they may have it more abundantly. John 10, verse 10. I walked up to the back door of my little house and immediately sensed that something was wrong. A split second later, I realized what it was. The little window in the door was missing. When I opened the door, I found the window in 1,000 pieces all over the kitchen floor. I had been robbed. I made my way through the house cautiously. The perpetrators were long gone. A few of my meager possessions were missing. A loss of possessions is not the worst part of getting robbed, because mere things can be replaced. The worst part of thievery is the statement it makes about the value of the victim. To steal is to devalue the life of another. Having experienced things being stolen from me and my house being broken in, the violation of the sanctity of your home or the place that you're living at, that was for me what was the worst thing. Yeah, you can replace items, even though I lost items that couldn't be replaced. Felt violated. Consider the possessions that people accumulate as a sort of congealed form of life. We voluntarily give up significant portions of our lives in exchange for the things we use to provide a living for ourselves. When we buy a bed to sleep in, it is not merely an item. It is what we receive in exchange for a week's work or more. It is what we traded our time and labor for, the congealment of our past. When people steal items, they are not merely taking physical objects, they are also stealing time and labor. Forcing someone to work involuntarily for their benefit. Theft is a form of slavery. And slavery, of course, is a form of theft. Thieves not only take your things, they also assault the value of your person, diminishing your life. The arch-thief, Jesus points out, also kills and destroys. Theft is contrary to the character of God, who refuses to use coercion and allows people free will and the choice to do as they see fit. Even if they abuse it. To steal is to value self above others, or in some cases, to value my things more than their life. Make of that what you will. Which is the antithesis of how God's kingdom operates. But what of modern day Robin Hoods? Stealing from the rich and using the wealth to help the poor? Well, that common description of that particular fairy tale, it's not accurate. And that has more to do with a rightful king more than helping the poor, but nonetheless. It's still theft. How someone uses their possessions is not our judgment call to make. In God's order, on this side of the judgment, everyone is free to live for or against God. God expects that we show the same respect to people that He shows. To steal, in other words, is to fail to love.